All right, I got a new video today. Today I want to talk about something that's not a guitar, but it's very much guitar related. It's guitar strings. And today I want to talk about the D'Addario 25 sets bulk box, I guess you would call it. I call it like a dispenser box. Because what you do is you get it like this. I still have mine kind of sealed. I just cut the side off, and it's like that. And they're just kind of sitting there. You just kind of pull out as you need it because they have their little coding here to tell you which gauge is what color, and that's how D'Addario has always done it. I remember using D'Addario strings clear back in the '90s and stuff, but I don't know. I didn't know if I wanted one of these. I never got one before. Just recently bought one. I haven't even taken any strings out yet, and all that. But you got to think about it. This is like you get it between like $90 and like $100 per set. Every online store, like Musician's Friend, Sweetwater, whatever, they all sell them, and my local music store sells the D'Addario. I'm an old school. I like the 9 to 42 gauge. I don't do 10s. I don't need it. I tune to standard E pretty much always. I like to have a lot of bends. I do a lot of bends and stuff like that. I don't need all that heavy gauge string. And my local music store, if I buy like a single set, it's about $6.99 for a pack of strings, which isn't bad. So if you figure that up, if you got 25 sets of strings, 25 sets of these strings, and you're buying, 25 sets of those, and they're around 100 and, where's my calculator? Around $175. So buying a box, which depending on how much you play and how many guitars you have and how often you change your strings, this can last you years, Not me. I'm always buying and selling and trading guitars, and I get guitars in, and I put new strings on them, and I clean them up and setups and whatever repairs need done, and then you get new strings. So I change my strings fairly often, even like my own personal guitars. I sell strings pretty often, but in the long run, it does save you money, I guess. But if you're someone that buys like an individual set of strings like once every couple months, probably wouldn't do you any good because what you spend in like you buying like a set of strings, 5 sets, maybe a year. You're one of those kind of people, you probably don't need these. But if you're someone that builds guitars or someone that works on guitars a lot and does repairs and does it like me to where you're always buying and selling and trading guitars and there's always need strings and stuff. But me, I have the bad habit to where I won't change strings until they're about dead, until they're just nasty. I'm like, I better change them out. I don't know. I'm just lazy about it. With my personal guitars, I just kind of wait till it's, I might as well change and not staying in tune anymore. That's not a good practice to be doing with your guitar. You should definitely change your strings, often. I mean, you have to change them every month even. Depends on how much you're playing your guitar. I mean, you're playing guitar every single day. You might want to change them out every month. But this is kind of interesting. I don't know if any other company does this, any guitar company, string company, does this. I don't know. But this is kind of cool. 25 sets. Too bad they didn't do like 10 sets for people that want to do it. But 25 might be overkill for somebody if you're playing. Over time, you would ultimately use them all. So, it's never a bad idea. Like I said, my local music store, they sell those for $6.99 a set. Again, not a bad deal. But I think I figured up, $6.99 times, 25. I think it's like $175. So, I bought that for $100 and it saved me $75, of what I would buy them for individual sets. So it's interesting. I've heard of people having, getting these out because I've never used them yet. I just open these tonight and I'll probably pull out a couple of strings, to restring a guitar. And then sometimes people say you pull those out. Sometimes you get caught on other ones that get stuck, and that's going to suck. But other than that, it's not a big deal. But, I don't know. I like it. It's an idea. I go through a lot of strings. When I go to repair stuff and build guitars and stuff like that, I go through a lot of that. Too bad the bass players, they don't have these for bass. Why is the bass player always left out? I love I'm not a very good bass player. I'm not a bass player. I like to play, twang around on bass. I'm a guitar player, but I do love the bass sound, and the bass players are fantastic. But they need these for bass players too. But it'll probably be $1,000 for 25 sets, as much as bass strings cost. But anyway, that's my video of these bulk sets of the D'Addario. These aren't new. These have been around. I think they started switching to these kind of dispenser kind of bulk things like this around 2020 or so, about almost 4 years ago. And I just got one today. Just thinking about it for a while. I said, I might as well just go ahead and get one, and I got those in today. Because you have to order them. My local music store doesn't have them. I really doubt music stores would keep them. It's more of like an online kind of a purchase because, like I said, I got mine through Musician's Friend, and I don't know. I think it's a cool idea. It's 25 sets. It'll last a while, you know. Because I would use the Musician's Gear strings, and I liked them, but they got a little bit more expensive because I was buying sets of those for like $2, like 3-4 years ago, and they were nice strings. I didn't have a problem with them, and I'd buy like 10, 15 sets at a time. And I would end up, you know, I went to order a few more sets like 3 months ago, and they're like so much more expensive to where I might as well pay the extra $2 or $3 or whatever, and just buy name brand strings at that point, you know. So I went back to D'Addario. I still use those. I still use Ernie Ball, you know, whatever's handy at the time, you know, if I can whatever I can get my hands on for strings. But I don't know. It's a cool idea. If you get a chance, you want to, you know, if you spend a lot of money on strings, this will save you a little bit. Like I said, 25 sets. This way will save you about $75 compared to buying 25 sets of D'Addario, you know, individual packs. So I hope this video helps you. I mean, you know, you looking for strings, go that route. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just some idiot sitting here in his living room doing you know, YouTube videos. But that's my honest opinion on them. I think it's a cool idea, and it saves you a little bit of money too. But that's my video, and I'll talk to you later.